City in a Batmobile. Even though it get crazy, niggas don't talk like Swayze.
This is what I want to do, right? I want to start it off like this. And I want to get into this early real quick because I ain't gonna hold you. This producer, produced by War guy, I'm not gonna lie. There's nothing wrong with finding God. There's absolutely nothing wrong with finding God, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. However you find God, however you come into, like, you know, that situation, whatever your religion is, if it's Allah, the Elohim, whoever, you get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we all got a creator, right? There's no problem with finding God. But if you found God to sit there and just rage bait people, then now we have to, reevaluate your situation and the whole reason why you did it in the first place, okay? For example, let's go to my boy PDL real quick. Look guys, look at your screen. ProdByWar, he sat there and said, please don't let thrives off the negativity. His followers are degenerate kids who role models are drill rappers. Yeah. He also gets paid by a Jew. Okay. So I guess he doesn't like the Jews and the Gentiles, or, you know what I'm saying, things of that nature. Let me first sit there and say this, right? Because I told PDL, look what I wrote over here in his comments right here. I said, yo, even though you from Jersey, if it was me, I personally wouldn't let anyone speak to me like that. But that's just the NYC in me, I guess. That's just the New York City in that runs through my veins, I guess, gang. But I wouldn't let this man talk to me like that. You know, there was a lot of people with different comments and like different, like, you know, opinions when it came to what I said. But I said what I said. My name is my name. You get what I'm saying? Like, I said what I said. It is what it is. PDL hit me up. He was like, you know, whoop, whoop. I was like, yo, you feel me? Like, bro, don't let that nigga talk to you like that. And he was like, look, I'm just gonna ignore it. And I said, you know what? Ignore it. I got you. When it comes to this. At the end of the day, could what he's saying be right? Possibly. You know, I'm not sitting there saying that he's totally wrong with what he's saying. Shit, he could probably use the same, thought process when it comes to my platform or anybody's platform that's covering this New York City drill scene, right? However, I don't think this man read his book. I think he thought to himself, all I need to do is just start wearing a tie, start wearing, like, you know, a button-up shirt, start carrying around a Bible and a cross, and that makes me more holier than thou. And that's the thing. You're not holier than thou. You're not holier than thou, producer by war. You're not. You're not at all. And I'm gonna break you down really simply and quickly, all right? It's not gonna take too long. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. Let's go to P Films. And I just didn't like how he came at PDL like that. Like, don't come at my illegitimate child who I went to the store for milk and never came back for. Don't come at him like that. You feel me? Now look. You gotta understand. Just read the titles, right? ProdByWar explains why drill is demonic, all right? The next one. Producer by War gives his opinion on Sugar Hill D Dot's music, right? They don't make good music. Okay. All right. Another one. Producer by War says Hitler was a good leader. At this point, this nigga is just rage baiting. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? At this point, this kid is just rage baiting. And I don't think he really read the book. I don't think he really read the book. Because if he read the book, this would not be the route that he's going, that he should be going down. You get what I'm saying? Producer by War, again, saying, you're black, your opinion doesn't matter. He's rage baiting. He's rage baiting. And I don't know if everybody else can't see it or doesn't see through the bullshit that's going on when it comes to this kid, but he's rage baiting. He's rage baiting. Let's click into one of these just for example. Just for example. You know, let's do the Hitler one. Yeah, let's do the Hitler one. Where is it at? I think it's down here. Wait, did I pass it? Yeah, hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, let's just do the Hitler one real quick.
You gave your stance on Hitler. It rubbed people the wrong way. I'm not sure, did you get support from that stance or no?
Well, the post was made to be funny, of course.
Oh, okay.
Well,
So talk to me about it.
It's obviously some truth in it, but it's also meant to be made funny, so.
It's also a troll thing, but it's also to be made fun. This is my thing, bro. This is my thing, bro. If Producer by War, if he sat there and said, you know, look, at the end of the day, I found Christ. I found Christ. I found God. This is the religion that I'm going towards. This is the route that I'm going down. And the only reason why I'm sitting here letting you guys know this is because I want you to know, stop coming to me to produce drill music. I don't believe in that anymore. This is not the purpose that I want to lead when it comes to my life and everything like that. That's one thing. That's okay. To put that message out there publicly is okay. But at this point, his whole thing is like, no, I'm trolling on this and I'm trolling on that, or I'm saying this, and I know I don't really mean that, but I do know. Brother. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way, but let's continue.
Yeah.
Shout out to the people who thought it was funny.
Gotcha.
But I did receive some positive, of course, mostly negative.
Yeah.
I just said that Hitler was not a bad leader.
Yeah.
Someone who was a bad leader would not have been able to do what Hitler did. Hitler was smart with what he did. Mm-hmm. A bad leader couldn't do that. You have to be a good leader to lead people. And that's simply what I said. And people got upset about that, you know? Yeah. It's like, I'm just...
So, I hate to cut you off.
No, you're good.
I have to give pushback, right? And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why right now. So, I do think there's a difference between. Okay, you said he's a good leader. Like, he's not a bad leader.
He is a good leader.
OP Films, what you should have sat there and said is, what's the reason of you putting this out there? Look, there's a lot of things that people could sit there and say that could justify their situation and how they feel about whoever or whatever or however. But what is your purpose? What is your intentions with this? He went from, I think this is what's going on with Producer by War, right? He went from being a producer, and that producing shit did not fulfill him enough. Being in the background, face not really on camera, people not really giving a fuck about his opinion and things of that nature. That's what really bothered him. What he wanted was more. And what that more was notoriety. He wanted more notoriety when it comes to this drill scene at the end of the day.
You guys are saying free these drill rappers, not because they're innocent, not because they're in there for a crime they didn't commit, but because they make good music. They make good music and you guys want to hear their new music. Is that really a good reason to release these criminals to the public? Because that's what they are. You commit a crime, you're considered a criminal. And these families, they don't like you. You're out here terrorizing the community, shooting left and right, stealing left and right. They don't like you. They want you in jail. They're scared for their safety. They're scared for their children's safety. They want you in jail. Get the fuck out. Keep the niggas in jail. So let me understand this. You guys are saying free.
If you read your book, if you read that Bible that you're toting around with that cross and everything like that, you would understand repentance. You would understand that God is patient, loving, and kind. And at the end of the day, everyone could be saved. Everyone could be saved. This is the message that you should be putting out there. If this is the route that you're going. You get what I'm saying? If you're going the holier than thou or religious route, this is the route that you should be going. No one is exempt from being saved and repenting for their sins and following God and finding him at some point. But all you're doing is condemning people, judging individuals. Like you're the end all and be all when it comes to what your opinion is. When it comes to these drill rappers. That's what you're doing. I don't think you really read your book. I think you woke up one day and sat there and said, how can I seem special? How can I seem different? How can I seem like I have the answers and these other people don't really have the answers? And at the end of the day, God knows your heart. He knows what route that you're going. So when you get to the pearly gates, and he asks you, what have you done while you was down there? What have you left? Did you build more than destroy? At this point, all you're doing is destroying. Again, God is patient. He's loving and he's kind. However, he's a jealous God. He's a jealous God. And if you read your book, you would understand this. You're not saying anything different than anybody else is saying. You're not saying anything new under the sun, my nigga. You're not a righteous being. You're trying to come off as a righteous being, but you're not. That's what this boils down to. You want to stand on a soapbox, thumb your nose, and look down on others. That's not God-like. That's not Christ-like.
Read these drill rappers, not because they're innocent, not because they're in there for a crime.
What would Jesus do? What would Jesus do, bitch nigga? And don't ever come for my illegitimate child, PDL, that I went to the store for milk and never came back. Yeah, I went to the store for milk and never came back. When I was out there in Jersey that one time, you know what I'm saying? Watch your fucking mouth when you're speaking on my illegitimate child.
They didn't commit, but because they make good music. They make good music and you guys want to hear their new music. Is that really a good reason to release these criminals to the public? Because that's what they are. You commit a crime, you're considered a criminal. And these families, they don't like you.
This is blasphemy, if anything. All right? This is blasphemy, if anything. You're not leading with faith. You're not leading with a good heart on where you're trying to go with it. And at the end of the day, God sees that. He sees that and he recognizes that. You're not fooling anybody. Except for probably some people that's around you. Like, oh my God, look at him. He's walking around with a cross. He has a tie on. He always wears button-up shirts. He must be a follower of Christ. No, all you're doing is just using a religion. And that's what we call bad religion. That's what we call bad religion, my guy. You don't have to, you could sit there and be the most religious, the most follower of Christ person. And you don't have to sit there and wear a tie or wear a button-up shirt all the time and this, that, and the third. It's about your actions. The actions that you put out within this world. And at the end of the day, the actions that you're showing to these people, it's not good actions. You've done more for these drill rappers by producing for them and giving them possibly a way out of their situation to sit there and be better people by producing. All you're doing right now is condemning people. Like you are the end all be all when it comes to your word. You're nobody. You're nobody, and God sees that. He sees that, gang. You're not fooling anyone. And now you're over here saying like, nah, I'm just trolling. Yeah, when I sat there and I said, you know what I'm saying, I'm just trolling. What are you trolling for? You trolling for God? There's no such thing, my nigga. I'm trolling for God. Fuck is you talking about? What about the you're black, your opinion doesn't matter? Let's talk about this. Let's listen to this real quick.
All right, man, I gotta get on your back with this one, man. There was a comment, I guess you was going back and forth. There was a comment you made. Someone said something, you said, you're black, your opinion doesn't matter. You know I had to bring it up, man. So...
Well, obviously it's a joke.
You can't say that. You cannot hide under, obviously, this is a joke.
It's a joke. I mean, the context is that what I said.
It's like, do you understand what Jesus did? Jesus didn't go into like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, where everyone agreed with him or whatever have you. He sat there amongst the sinners. He sat there amongst the sinners. Spoke with them. Brought them to Christ. That's what he did. You want to separate yourself from the sinners and then sit there and speak down on them. You're not helping anybody. You're not doing anyone justice. A nigga who sat there and caught 5 bodies will probably end up in heaven before you do. Because God knows your intentions. He knows your heart. Your heart is not pure, producer by war. Your heart is not pure. And I don't give a fuck how many fucking button-up shirts that you get or how many motherfucking ties that you wear, gang. How many goddamn crosses that you sit there and want to walk around with. Crucifix. I don't give a fuck about how many Bibles you want to sit there and walk around with. Producer by war. You know better than anyone. And if you read that book, you would understand that. You will understand that. You will try to help. You will try to build, then destroy. All you want to do is destroy, and then is, yo, I'm trolling. I'm trolling for God? You're trolling for God? You know better than anybody. And you will understand that if you read that book. But you didn't. You didn't.
It's from a meme.
Okay, okay.
I just said what he said. And it was kind of funny. I'm sure people will find it like offensive, racism.
Someone said narcissistic vibes. Exactly. You're nothing more than a narcissist sitting there trying to find some type of meaning in yourself. And there's a million ways to sit there and do that, my man. There's a million ways to do that. But the route that you're going with it, it's not good. It's not good. It's not productive. It's not doing anything for anybody but just feeding your ego. Your ego. That's all you're doing.
or whatever, but I don't. It's a joke, you know.
Yeah. I wouldn't be like offended. If I was offended, I probably wouldn't even.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't.
I'm not. But I'm also.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah, I'm probably not easily. I'm not a person that's easily offended. Even when somebody says something that's real about me, I'll be like, oh, all right, cool, I get it. But I'll say this, like I feel like it could be taken out of context. Like I don't know if you knew the person or anything.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, people could probably be like, nah, this is who he is. Look at him, yo, he's racist, he's this, he's that. Did people say that? Like, yo, you racist or anything?
Yeah.
And then, what was your response to that? What?
Oh, I'm not racist, so it's like, what am I supposed to say?
But you know why it's hard though?
You're supposed to not say it. How about that? You ever thought about that? You're supposed to not say it. What I would suggest is stripping the ego. If this is the route that you're really gonna go, strip the ego. Break yourself down, literally. Look at yourself in the mirror and do the math on yourself. Instead of sitting here trying to do the math on other people and condemn them and judge them or whatever have you, do the math on yourself. You're not a good person. You're actually one of the worst type of people out here. That's what you are, Produced by War. You're actually one of the worst type of individuals out here. And God does not smile down or shine his light on people like you. All right? I hope you're listening. I hope you understand that.
You're a public figure whether you like it or not. So when you say certain things, it's going to get posted everywhere. Also, people dislike your view on this, so now they're going to just tarnish your character. So I don't know. I feel like just be careful with certain things that's said, because I may know like, bro ain't that bad of a person. He ain't a bad person, but other people might see that like, yo, all right, we're going to use this to tarnish him. But I would ask this, how would you feel if somebody said he's Honduran, your opinion doesn't matter? What would you say to that?
There's nothing to say. I mean, I don't know if that person is saying it as a joke or not.
Yeah, if they're saying it as a joke. If they're saying it with the same tone, feelings, and you.
Well, it's not gonna be as funny. It's not gonna be as funny because what I said is from a video, you know, and then I was just saying it.
Yeah, so you're just saying things from a video. You're trolling. Yo, no. See, this is a thing right here. You're not even taking accountability for what you said. You're not taking accountability. Another reason why I believe you have not read your book. It all starts within, gang. It all starts within, and you have not done the work on yourself yet, but you want to sit there and judge and condemn other people. God told us at the end of the day, you could live a very great life. Let me just put it like that. You can live a very great life if you can control these two things. What you have between your legs and what you have between your jaws. Meaning what you have between your legs, your penis, and what you have between your jaws, your tongue. If you knew that, if you read your book, you would not speak how you're speaking. You would not speak how you're speaking. And this you're black, your opinion doesn't matter thing came after you done, and I'm putting quotes on this, found Christ. Okay? You're a kid. Shut the fuck up. Move around. No one believes you. You need more people. Actually, you need more learning. You need more people who's of the faith to sit there and teach you. Because a tie and a button-up shirt is not doing it. That ain't going to change who you are. It ain't going to change who you are. You got to look deep inside of who you are. Pause. No act. But you got to look deep inside of who you are. And move accordingly. You know you're still going to hell, right? Produced by what? You're still going to hell, gang.
it for just to say it, maybe, probably. I don't know what the context.
But hypothetically speaking, if it was said, it was a joke.
Like if it was a Hispanic joke, it's all good. I'm good for all jokes, you know.
Gotcha.
Someone said, nah, chill, Swayze, because some people just lost. They can't see the path right now. Nigga, we all lost. There's a lot of people lost, but at least these people that's lost are not sitting there trying to judge and condemn other people who are lost as well. All he wants to do is stand on a soapbox and look down on people. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. He needs to do the work, do the hard work. It's easy to get up on this motherfucking internet shit, put a camera in your face and sit there and condemn people. That's easy. You gotta do the hard work on yourself. You gotta do the hard work on yourself, gang. And if, you know, you people in the comment section or whatever have you, you guys don't understand where I'm coming from or what I mean when it comes to that, you know, is understandable. Look, we're not over here trying to feel like we're holier than thou and just trying to condemn people or whatever have you and stuff like that. But that's what he wants to do. So now here we go with another clickbait rage type of situation, right? Here we go with another one. This kid right here is not sending no message. He's not helping anything. He's not helping anybody. All he's doing is just destroying. And that's my point when it comes to this little kid. Get it together, little nigga. Nobody believes you. You need more people. Actually, you need to really sit down and read that book. And then when you felt like you read it once, read it again. And when you read it for the second time, you feel like, yeah, I understand this shit. Nigga, read it for a third time. And when you sit there and read it for a third time, you're like, nah, I think I get it. Read it for a fourth time. Because that's going to make you realize you ain't really get it. And then when you sit there and you read it for a fourth time, and you're like, you know what? I'm not gonna lie, the way that I was thinking about it at first is probably not this way, and it's probably this way or whatever have you. Nigga, read it for a fifth time. Read it for a sixth time, read it for a seventh time, read it for an eighth time, little nigga. Don't come up on this motherfucking platform sitting there speak. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't like that. And watch your mouth when it comes to my illegitimate child, fucking PDL that I left, you know, him and his mother to sit there and raise him, you know what I'm saying, because I went to the store, you know what I'm saying, for some milk and a pack of Newport 100s. for some milk and a pack of Newport 100s and never came back. Watch your mouth when you're speaking about my illegitimate child from Jersey, all right? Fuck is this nigga talking about?
Surrounded by shooters, what the fuck do you think that shit made me? I throw every time niggas know I'm a noodle. Really shot, he gon' lie like he crazy. Niggas spanked out Kenny Capone with a school. I was punching him up on the bench, shit was crazy. Oh shit, that's an intruder. I'ma put him on TV, I ain't talking no Swayze. Like free